So hey guys, it's Rita of course, and today I actually just wanted to do the Mommy Tag 2.0 for you guys. A lot of people had asked me to do it and I never got around to it, so I figured I'd do it today since I had a little bit of extra time. So I'm going to read the questions off of my phone and we'll go ahead and get started. So the first question is, how many children do you have? So currently I have 2 children. I have a daughter who is 2. She'll be 3 in November of 2013. And then I recently had my son in September of last year. And he will be 6 months in just a few days. Okay? Question 2. What is your proudest moment as a mom? My proudest moment as a mom, I feel like I've had many, but one recently, I guess for Kimora, I'll do one for both. So one recently for Kimora would be when she gets homework from daycare, she gets little schoolwork, so when she comes home with that and I see how well she's able to trace her letters and say her letters out loud and things like that, it really makes me proud. Because she pays attention and she says, "Mommy, I want to do homework," and when it's time to go to bed, she always says, "Mommy, I want to read," so that stuff really makes me proud. Okay, what is your most frustrating moment as a mom? So my most frustrating moment as a mom, I guess you try not to get frustrated as a mom first of all, but my most frustrating moment as a mom, I guess, would just be the fact that Kimora is so, she's very emotional. So she cries a lot, and if I just tell her no, or you can't do this right now, then she gets really upset. She doesn't just understand to accept it and to say, okay, I understand, not right now, but maybe I'll get it later. She just automatically starts bawling, and it's not just with me, it's with her dad, her grandparents, her daycare, and so it's something that we've been working on ongoing, is just to try to get her not to cry over everything, but more to verbalize what's wrong, so that, she's not so emotional. And I was very, very emotional growing up, so sometimes I blame it on myself. Maybe she's, just following mommy's footsteps, but it's a work in progress. The next one is, how do you discipline your child/children? So, of course, we don't discipline the baby. And you know what? I just realized, guys, that I skipped telling you about Trey on the past 2 questions. So really, really quick, my proudest moment as a mom for baby Trey is that he is actively trying to crawl so hard, and I'm so proud of him. He's still 5 months and he's almost there. He's doing so well, so that's my proudest moment with him. And my most frustrating moment with him as a mom is just not being able to help him with his reflux. It's just frustrating when I take him to the doctor and I give him his medicines and do everything that I'm supposed to do, and he still is always throwing up, and then they're sending me for weight checks and stuff because they say his weight isn't where it should be. And so that's just my frustration, not with him, but as a mom in regards to him, is just dealing with his reflux. Okay, now we're back on track. So it was, how do you discipline your child/children? So obviously the baby isn't getting disciplined in any kind of way yet, but with Kimora, we practice repeating what we say. So if we tell her no, not to do something, and she's not listening, then we will repeat it again. We'll ask her if she heard us. Sometimes she blatantly doesn't listen, and when she does those things, we practice timeout. We send her to her room, for her timeouts, which is upstairs, away from everyone else, away from all the entertainment and people and, TV and her toys, because she doesn't have toys in her room. We don't allow that. So her room is her peaceful place where she sleeps or where she goes when she's in trouble. So timeout seems to really work because she doesn't like being up there by herself, and a lot of times after she's been up there by herself, she'll come back downstairs and she'll apologize, or we'll say, "Do you understand what you did?" And are you going to do it again? And she'll say, "No, mommy," or "Yes, daddy." So that's currently how we're practicing disciplining our daughter. Let's see, cursing, do you do it in front of your children? No, we do not curse in front of our children. I am really, really good at watching what I say around the kids, just because I don't curse a lot to begin with, so it's a little bit easier for me. Keith, he also does not curse a lot, But for him, sometimes he gets caught up when like he's watching sports and stuff like that. He might like get in really into it, and he might accidentally slip up and say a curse word. At one point a few months back, there were some times where Kimura was starting to repeat some things that she might have heard. And there was an incident where it happened when the football game was on and a whole bunch of guys were over here, and she repeated what they said. But now she knows which words are bad, and she will actively tell you if you're saying a bad word. She will correct you in a minute. If she hears it, whether it be on the TV or someone else saying it, then she'll say, don't say it again. That's a bad word. Don't say it again, because she's heard me say that to her so many times. Okay, do you think your relationship with your spouse has changed since you had children, for the better or for the worse? Definitely it has changed. I don't see how any relationship cannot change after you have children, because you're going from being, lovers and friends to lovers, friends, and parents who are co-parenting. So there's always going to be a change. Your life just automatically becomes different when you have children. For the better or the worse, definitely for the better, because it's brought us closer, it's brought us stronger. We have to raise these kids together. It's opened up communication, it's opened up our family time. Just the things that we do are a lot different. When before we had kids, we would go out and drink and party and like do all that stuff, and now we go out and we have family time. We go to dinner together, we take the kids to the park, we go to the zoo or the aquarium. So it's very, very different, but for the better. I love my family life. He loves his family life. I always knew I wanted kids, and I always knew that I'd be like the family type person. But for Keith, it was a little different because, he didn't want as many kids so quick. I guess I don't know how to put it, but he knew he wanted kids, but I guess he wanted to like wait a little bit. And after he had the first one, then he wanted the second one. And guys, he's already talking about having a third one. So he found out that he really, really enjoys kids. So definitely for the better, our relationship got. Since becoming a mom, do you notice that you act more like your own mother? Definitely I do. I act a lot like my own mom now that I have kids. Not only towards my kids, but also towards my spouse. I see a lot of the things that my mom and my dad, how they interact together. Me and Keith are starting to interact that way. And then as well as how we just raise our kids and our priorities and things. I definitely see me mimicking my mom, which is not a bad thing at all. My mom is a beautiful, strong woman, and I like that I can mimic her. So how are your relationships with your girlfriends? So that, it definitely changed from the time. Yeah, I became pregnant when I was in college, so that was around the prime time when, you're going out with your friends and you're drinking and, you're having a good time, and all that suddenly stopped for me. So me and my girlfriends we're still very close. I have those type of girlfriends where no matter how often you talk, how far away from each other you are, how often you see each other, when we get back together around each other, it's like we've never been away from each other. So I have some great girlfriends. I have about 4 girlfriends who are really, really like my heart, my ride or dies, and those are going to be the ones, of course, who are going to be in my wedding, my maid of honor, and my 3 bridesmaids. So definitely it has changed, especially since I moved away too. Most of my girlfriends are in Delaware and I'm in PA, so we don't see each other that often. We do talk. I talk to some more than others, but my relationship definitely has changed. And as far as new friends that I make, a lot of the new friends that I make are moms. Don't play with that, sweetie. A lot of the new friends that I make are moms, so they may understand a little bit more, or if we do go out and do things together, that it can be like mommy stuff. Don't play with that, sweetie. No, you might hurt yourself. Let's see. Your least favorite place to take your children. I don't really have a least favorite place to take the kids. I don't know. I feel like if you're worried about your child having a tantrum out in public, it's just something that you're going to have to get over, because if you keep your children sheltered in the house, then of course when they're in this new outside environment that they're not into often, they're going to act out, or they're going to like run around and scream, and then you'll get frustrated. So I just say expose them to everywhere as much as often, and if they act out, they act out, and people around you, they understand. Sometimes it might be embarrassing, but I don't really have a place that I dislike to take them. What's the next question? My phone knocked on me. Your least, oh, I just read that one. Piercing baby's ears, do or don't. So Kimora got her ears pierced. I believe that piercing a child's ears while they're younger, before they really can feel pain. I mean, they can feel pain when they're younger, but they're not going to remember that pain. So I would rather me have got Kimora's ears pierced when she was a few months old than me take her when she's 2 or 3 and she can really feel that pain and remember it, and then she'll be tugging on her ears and messing with it, as to where when she's a baby she gets it done. I mean, I remember when she got the first one done, she just sat there. And then when she got the second one done, she cried a little bit, because this time she was preparing for it. And, but you know, a few seconds later after she stopped crying, that was it. She didn't even remember she had her ears pierced. Whereas now, Kimora, she's older. If that were to be the same scenario, she'd be pulling on them, she'd be touching them all day long. So I'm for it. Favorite skincare for you and your children? For the kids, obviously, when they say skincare, I'm not quite sure what that means, because they don't use like skincare products. Like bath care products, I guess maybe is what it means. But currently I use Johnson & Johnson, and I also use Aveeno Baby. For myself, I use everything, whether it be Clearasil, Neutrogena. I mean, I don't have a specific product that I favor over anything else. Some of my favorites, though, are Neutrogena, Ambi products, and I don't know. No specifics as far as favorites go. Must-have mommy makeup item. It's not necessarily a mommy makeup item, but a must-have for me would definitely be, I would say, foundation and lip gloss, I guess, because I really don't wear too much makeup. Like, I don't really do like all the eye stuff and any of that. All I really ever do is like a face, like a foundation, because I do, my skin is sometimes blotchy. It's hard to tell in this camera, but I struggled with acne for a long time in my adolescence, and it's slowly starting to get better, but I still have breakouts every now and then, and I have scars from them sometimes. So foundation is a definite. It makes me more confident when I can cover up those scars. And then lip gloss, just because your lips, you give kisses, they always have to be soft and smooth. So definitely foundation and lip gloss. Bath or shower? Definitely a shower. It's quicker, especially when you have 2 kids. But every now and then, a bath is excellent. And for the kids, obviously, a bath. Are you back to your pre-baby weight? Heck no. I am not back to my pre-baby weight, and that is a whole separate video that I will be doing soon for you guys. Yeah, this time around, I don't know what's going on. I look like I'm back to my pre-pregnancy weight. I mean, I don't look big or anything. You see, I have love handles, but no, I am not back to my pre-pregnancy weight. So let's see, the next one. Do you expect your kids to go off to college? My kids have no choice but to go off to college. Me and their father both graduated with our bachelor's degrees, and we are going to be, well, Keith has already started his master's degree, and I am going to be going back to school soon as well. So definitely we will aspire for both of our children to go to college. Ultimately, I guess it is their choice, but yes, I do expect them to attend. Let's see. Would you let them decide for yourselves? I guess that kind of goes with what I just said. Ultimately, they will decide for themselves, but we will definitely not pressure them, but make sure that they know that it is a priority of ours and that it is something very important for their future. What is one show that your children love but you secretly hate? Something that they love but secretly hate. I guess SpongeBob. Kimura is obsessed with SpongeBob, and he was cool at first, but Mr. SpongeBob, he has gotten so annoying. I think I've seen like every episode of every season, and it's just SpongeBob. He's getting old to me. So she loves him, and sometimes I just get tired of watching SpongeBob. So 18 cloth diapers, yay or nay? Cloth diapers, if that's for you, it's for you. It's not for me. But I understand why people do it, and so more power to you. But for me, nah. Finish the sentence. You know you're a mom when you... Oh, gosh. You know you're a mom when you always have to bring up your kids in every conversation, whether it be with strangers or family or friends, when you're not even with your kids. That's how you know you're a mom, when you always revert back to your kids in conversation. And that looks like that was the end of the tag. So that was Mommy Tag 2.0. I really liked it. I enjoyed it. So I'm glad I got to do that for you guys. And if you guys would like me to do more videos similar, then you can just tag me to those down below and I will make sure to get them done for you. So thanks for watching. Comment, subscribe, and like this video. Bye.